Deployment of US military aircraft to Europe has suddenly increased in a short span of time, as documented by multiple independent defense monitoring groups observing flight activity. Reports indicate that the United States has sent C-17 Globemaster III cargo jets to Europe, and these aircraft are possibly transporting loads that include military helicopters. According to these reports, the large military transport aircraft could be carrying Black Hawk helicopters and Chinook helicopters, both of which are typically used for air assault and heavy lift missions. Nearly 10 separate C-17 movements were reportedly tracked within a relatively short time window, a pattern highlighted by Global Times in a report published on the 6th of January. Most of these observed flights are said to have originated from Fort Campbell in Kentucky and Hunter Army Airfield in Georgia, both major bases for U.S. Army aviation and support units. In addition to the transports, the U.S. has also sent AC-130J Ghost Rider gunships along with at least one Special Operations turboprop aircraft to the European theater, as noted by defense outlet The War Zone. The C-17 transports have reportedly arrived at RAF Fairford in the United Kingdom, while the AC-130J gunships have been observed deploying into RAF Mildenhall, another key U.S. operating base in the UK. Some of the aircraft involved in these movements are believed to be connected to the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, known as the Nightstalkers, a U.S. Army Special Operations Aviation unit. This regiment notably took part in a U.S. operation in Venezuela that resulted in the capture of Nicolas Maduro, an event that has been referenced in contemporary reporting about their current activities. Videos circulating on social media platforms also appear to show U.S. troops conducting training activities while embarked on two Osprey tilt-rotor aircraft at a European base. Defense experts note that these types of aircraft are commonly employed by units that specialize in long-range infiltration missions, including inserting special operations forces over extended distances. At the same time, a large number of U.S. fighter jets and aerial refueling tankers have reportedly been seen operating in and around the Persian Gulf region, indicating an expanded air presence there. Analysts point out that a military buildup of this scale and configuration was last observed in June 2025, around the time when the United States carried out airstrikes against Iranian nuclear facilities. At least 30 U.S. military aircraft were moved from bases in the continental United States to Europe shortly before those June 2025 strikes, forming part of the force package used in that campaign. The current wave of deployments is unfolding amid heightened tensions between Iran and the United States, leading observers to view the movements as a potential signal of contingency planning or pressure. Iranians have been staging protests against rampant inflation and worsening economic conditions since December 28, drawing nationwide and international attention. In response to the Iranian authorities' handling of the unrest, the United States has repeatedly warned that it may take action against Iran over the use of violence against protesters. On January 10, President Trump reiterated his stance on the situation, stating on his Truth Social account that the United States stands ready to help the Iranian people. Meanwhile, Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei publicly labeled the protesters as people bent on destruction, while also sharply criticizing Trump's comments on the unrest. Khamenei further declared that the arrogant US leader would be overthrown like the imperial dynasty that ruled till 1979, invoking the fate of the former Pahlavi monarchy in Iran's history.